playing Shadowrun today, and we're playing in English because we're playing the 6th edition of Shadowrun, and it only exists so far in English in a preview version of the Quickstarter box that we're going to use. We don't have that physically, but thanks to Pegasus, who are the German partners of Catalyst Games for distribution and creation of new content in German for Shadowrun, we can use this preview PDF version of it. So we're kind of winging it a tiny bit because we're using printed out stuff from the PDF and the cards that are essential for playing with the Quickstart rules. But you're going to get a quick overview of the rules and how they work according to the Quickstarter. This is not the full rule set, keep that in mind. And we've assembled a tiny team of people who are all German, so forgive us if our accent is a little bit weird, differing from one person to the next. And they have different grades of knowledge, I put it like that, about Shadowrun, its rules and its backgrounds. So we have Nico, who knows the world of Shadowrun and basically how it should work, mostly from video games, because you've played a lot of Shadowrun video games, and you are going to play Frostburn, an orcish mage.
Correct.
Thank you for getting into character. Then we have Jan, who knows Shadowrun both digitally and as a physical, as a tabletop RPG, because you've produced Shadowrun computer games and you've played and also GM'd a lot of Shadowrun in what editions? 5th? I know you played 5th because
Definitely
I played
5th.
with you.
Yeah, I played everything but 4th, I think. 1st and 4th I didn't play everything else, yes.
Okay. And then we have Eric, and you don't know anything about Shadowrun, right?
Yes. Well,
excellent.
That is not completely true. I know some of the rules. Obviously, I have had access to the Quickstarter rules, and I know some of the world, and I've read a few novels.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm
Almost pro.
Were you?
I am Myri. And I'm going to be the game master today. I've played Shadowrun as a tabletop RPG since 2nd edition, same as Jan. I also kind of skipped the 4th. I read it, I never played it actually. I played a lot of 5th, and now we're going to look at how 6th is going to work differently. It's a kind of a bit streamlined, and it's going to work a lot with Edge, and we're going to see how that works out. What we're going to play today is not the adventure that is in the Quick Start box, because we don't have that one. So we're going to also, this is just to show a little bit how this is going to work. So we're kind of just jumping into what's happening in medias res and look at a certain situation and how that's going to work out. And hopefully no one's going to die, neither the characters nor the players, but who knows. Also, I'm wearing sunglasses because thanks to allergies acting up, I can't wear makeup today. And also Shadowrun kind of, in the 90s, got hold of the 90s idea of cool, wearing sunglasses inside and at night, and never let go of it, so I think it's okay.
You're mentioning the inside. What inside are we inside?
We're in a very, very special kind of inside. We're at a gaming pub, which is the grown-up version of a gaming cafe. It's a pretty new one. It's the 1337 or Elite in Frankfurt, and it opened just now. Basically, it's kind of 2 weeks old.
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
I'm already regretting this decision. Very please. I gotta roll with it.
Are you sure? I think it's great for getting into character, but maybe
I'm the one who has to do the subtitles later. It's my problem.
Subtitling Orcish is never easy.
yeah. There's going to be a lot of like, come again? What spell are you going to use? Yeah. Yeah. So thanks to the people from 1337, we're allowed to play here and use their giant screens as a background, and it smells new. Everything's been refurbished and redone, and I'm kind of amazed to find these huge, full real wood tables in a gaming pub. So this is it's a German gaming pub. I love it. Also, since we're all Germans, obviously, and we are in Frankfurt, we're going to play in Frankfurt. Shadowrun has a tradition in Germany of producing a lot of German-only background stuff and adventures and supplements and stuff. There's the Frankfurt school of Shadowrunners who are a little bit more
Sophisticated?
Yeah, it's more like the high finance. It's white collar shadowrunning. So
That's one way to put it.
even our
we're definitely from the suburbs because there's not a lot of white color around.
Nope.
Nah, they're wearing pinstripes even when doing wet work. So we're going to use Frankfurt as a setting too. And we're going into a situation where you are already on a run. So we're going to skip all the meeting you Mr. Johnson, which is a Mr. Schmidt in German, and doing all your legwork and finding out stuff beforehand. You have been sent to a smaller broker studio, and you have been sent to steal a certain kind of data set that is supposed to have some influence on the stock market in the next few weeks. You do not know exactly what kind of information that is. You know in which bureau you're going to find it and how to get there. And so far it's been easy breezy. So you got into the building with fake passes, so you've passed a security, and you got onto the 8th floor where you're finding the small broker firm, and you kind of hacked and shocked your way into there, and you've left 2 security people deeply unconscious in the lobby. And right now you are in front of the door to the really nice corner bureau space, working space of the person you are there to steal from, which is Dr. Steinwärts. And yeah, this is the place where you will have to hack the whatever machine this thing is running on and find the data that you are looking for. And yeah, let's see what else can go wrong now, since everything else is going fine so far, and you know that's just begging for trouble.
Milk run. So it's daylight, or is it night? How many people are in the building, or?
It's actually past usual working hours. It's around 8-9 p.m. in the evening. It's still light outside, but going into dusk, and also in Frankfurt hardly means anything. You are in the financial district, so around you there's another high rise everywhere you look, and there's lots of neon light, although very tastefully done neon light, because it's Frankfurt after all. Or at least what people consider to be tasteful after they've reached kind of scale where you're rich enough to declare anything tasteful. So the 3 of you are in front of this door, which is closed, and everything here is kind of very nondescript chrome, plastic, white style with no kind of accents or anything that tells you anything about the people who are working here. There's just a simple plaque, also very tastefully done in brass, that Dr. Steinwärts is working here. So you're at the right place. What are you going to do?
Can you check for cameras? Because I want to open the door.
I can check for cameras.
So, you are the hacker.
Yes.
In the group. So your job is right now to use augmented reality to look for signals and look at what might be tracking you or what's going on inside the building. So we're going to look at the rules for that. There are the matrix rules, at least for the Quickstarter rules, have been streamlined a lot. Let's put it like that. There's a lot less talents involved, skills involved. So you basically just have one set of roles for legal things and one set of roles for illegal things. What you're going to do is you're going to spend an action on scanning for stuff. You're going to look for any kind of data transfers that are running here that might tell you even about any kind of cameras that you can't see. You can also first go and use perception just to basically look around and go, that's a camera there. You can see that. You don't need matrix skills for that. What do you want to do?
Yeah, sure. Let's start with that.
Then you use perception. Now, as with other editions of Shadowrun, we use a skill and a linked attribute. And perception has intuition as the linked attribute. So you look up your intuition, your perception, and you add the number, and you use that number of dice. So 5 and 6.
Not a lot
are
of
hits.
ones. That's good.
Yeah. So
It's two.
You've got 2 hits. That's enough to see one security camera that's looking down the corridor that you are in, and that should have you in its sights. As you look at it, you can see that's a fish island, so you're going to be very tiny, but probably the quality will be good enough if you use the material later to maybe identify you. So maybe do something about that.
Okay. Well, there's that one.
Okay, fake the image.
Sure. I mean, that's what I'm here for, right?
I thought you were here for the looks.
Oh, I think you have got that covered. Sure, let's do that.
So you're trying to take over control of the device.
Yes.
So you're pulling up all the icons in your augmented reality, and you can see the camera, which is of course linked into the whole Wi-Fi setup of the building, and you can use your programs to hack into the flow of data and spoof to the camera that you're its boss.
An image
To get
without
control.
us.
Or you could just force it to shut down. You're going to format it, and then no one's going to use that. You should maybe look into whether it's sending its data out steadily, or whether it's actually kind of
On a
keeping the
closed
data.
circuit loop.
Right. So first go control device. That's unsurprisingly an illegal action. So you're going to use.
Unsurprisingly.
Okay. So you're going to use your cracking. This is fun, because usually you're going to use illegal for illegal actions. You're going to use cracking, but in this Quickstarter rules it tells me that control device is electronics, which is usually for the legal ones. Are we going to assume this is wrong, or are we going to go with what's?
No, because you're not hacking the device yet. You're just controlling, which is
Still
illegal action. You're not breaking.
It's an illegal action. Let's go with what's written down here, and then you're going to use electronics and logic.
It's one die.
Was spotting the camera illegal or legal?
Well, I'm just looking around.
Being in the building without
Is illegal.
without.
But you have
It's
to
a
roll,
grey area,
You have to
let's
roll
call it.
to spot a camera.
So
Hidden camera. Yeah.
It's a tiny camera.
do I keep track of Overwatch score?
I'm going to keep track of Overwatch score for you.
That's so nice of you. Thank you.
That's a lot of dice.
That's a lot of ones, but it's not half, right?
Well, the camera doesn't have a single hit. Poor little camera.
And I have 5.
5 successes.
Oh wait, I forgot. Even worse. Okay, you easily take over control of the camera. It's yours now.
That's so nice. Feels good. So do I now have an option to know whether or not the camera is actually live, or if it just sends to some file that is being looked at some point that I don't know?
It compiles files and then it sends them off. So you're right now kind of in between. So it's compiling like every 50 minutes. It's sending out a data pulse, and that's going to be kept somewhere else.
Okay.
You'd need to have to follow. You would have to follow one of those data pulses to know exactly where. Right now, you're kind of in a sweet spot. You can still change the data. So, do you want to erase yourself out of the shot, or?
Yes, I don't want to spoof an image. I want to take the file before it's sent, delete us basically from the image, and then have the file be sent its regular way.
Then you're going to do edit file.
That was the
Curiously, that's a legal action.
Well, if I have control of the file, it is, yes.
Okay. Okay, then you're going to use electronics and logic again?
That's again 11 dice. That's good.
Well, I got 3 hits.
I got 6.
Yeah, easily. you've changed the image to show an empty corridor.
Okay.
And you've also thought about that you shouldn't show the door opening and closing, so you've
Oh yes, good point.
edited the whole thing.
Of course, I thought about that.
You've got enough hits
I
to...
do that for a living.
Yeah.
You're such a pro.
You're
I
you're
am.
thinking more about what you're going to do for dinner, to cook for dinner, or go out for some soy burger.
So apparently we're in an empty corridor now with a door that can never be opened, according to that camera over there.
Right. So I open the door. Let's check for what kind of lock it is.
It's an electronic lock, and it's going to use some kind of information, like a fingerprint, you'd say, from the reader.
I've got a knowledge of security systems, so I'll try to identify it and see if that makes it any easier for me to get through. 2, 4, 6. I just got knowledge. It doesn't say what I'm supposed to roll on a knowledge skill.
Okay, so you have a knowledge skill?
Yeah, security systems.
Security systems. Knowledge skills are not explained in the Quickstart rules, but we can really quickly take a look at the rulebook that's coming out, because we have a PDF access to that too. We're not fully playing with those rules because we do this to show you the Quickstart rules, but since nothing is in there, the knowledge skills don't have any ranks. They just tell you whether you can actually find out anything about this area of expertise. So you're using a basic skill roll for that, but since you have the knowledge skill, you can find out more information than someone who doesn't. So someone else would look at the lock and say, well, that's a lock, but you can actually know which kind of lock it is and who produced it, maybe what its weak spots are.
Okay, I've got engineering lockpicking specialty, so I'm rolling 10 dice with my security systems knowledge and just trying to hack it and see that I get through.
So you want to use engineering?
Yes.
That's linked to logic, right?
Yeah. That's a lot of dice, none of them very useful. That is 3 successes. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's easily done because you identify the kind of lock. It's a German design, but it's produced somewhere further to these, and you know its weak spot. That when you insert the pin in the right direction, you can kind of short out a bit of the circuits and then easily push it open.
Okay.
So the lock, yeah, with a fine control, that's surprising for someone who's how tall are you?
2.5 meters.
2.5 meters tall and has horns. You gently pick the lock, there's a tiny click, and then you can easily slide open the doors. And
Somewhat impressive.
Just do my job.
And the space behind that is very ostentatious in that it's almost empty. So someone is using all this floor in a high-rise in Frankfurt City to just have a desk there. And if you things that might be art that are standing around at certain places that may have to do with feng shui, there's a desk which is very simple or from some kind of white material, and behind the desk, the whole room is unlit right now. Behind the desk you see someone sitting there and looking down at holographic images and data that are scrolling by above the desk and then looking up at you, slightly surprised.
Oh shit.
Oh, says the person.
It seems we have company.
Shoot first, questions later.
Yes.
Okay, so
That's awkward.
so you want to shoot the person sitting behind.
That's my go-to solution. My name is Root, I'm a troll, and that's what I do.
It's a go-to
if
solution.
you guys don't stop me, I'm just
I
going to do
don't even know what we are going to steal. Maybe we have to steal this person.
that. I'll get it out.
What are we here for?
Need to get data.
You know
doesn't
when
look
the
like this
data,
data.
when the file was created,
don't know.
and a set of possible names of the
Then?
file you are looking for, but you don't know what's in there. It's supposed to be encrypted, and you've been told to not decrypt it. Okay, so now we're going
whip out
into
my Ares
initiative.
Predator. Oh no, not initiative.
Initiative. So you all have an initiative rating and initiative dice. So you roll a die.
We're pretty
Like
quick.
I guess every one of you has just one die, and then
Yep.
you add the number you rolled to your initiative rank.
Right.
I will not be able to stop you.
16.
What? Come again? 16?
Yep.
Okay.
What?
15.
Then we've got a 9, a 15 for the hacker. So 16 is Joel. What's his name again? Root?
Root.
Root. I am Root. And then we've got Zipfile, the hacker,
Zipfile, the dwarven decades.
and
Root
Frost.
is actually a German lady's name.
Not the way I spell it.
And Frostburn, the mage, goes last, as
Frostburn is
usual.
actually disease for things in the freezer.
So things
feel
have
for
changed a bit. There's not going to be several kind of goals with initiative that you go down by 10 each time and look at who's acting. Every one of you has one turn, but the number of actions you can take in that one turn is can differ, and it depends on how many dice you have for initiative.
But we all
Since
got one.
every one of you has one, every one of you can do one major action and 2 minor actions. There's no free actions anymore. So, you want to draw your weapon, or have your? Since you
No,
just opened.
I just opened the door, I don't have it.
You
So
don't
whip
have
out the
the-
weapon,
Okay.
whip out my Ares Predator heavy pistol.
So readying a weapon is probably a minor action.
I would hope so.
I would
Some
think so.
actions. Minor actions. Drop object, move, stand up, drop prone, reload smart gun. Ready weapon is a major action actually.
Can I quick draw then? Because then I need to shoot, and
There's no rule
Oh,
for quick
shooting.
drawing in the Quickstarter rules.
shooting is a minor action if I just use semi-automatic, right?
No.
It's both minor, so there's no way to draw and shoot.
Actually, only if you've got more initiative dice, because you
Then
can
it's
trade
kind of
in
the second
4
one,
minor
actually.
actions
No.
for 1 major
Okay.
action.
Nope, don't have that.
So, and the firing modes, they've changed too. They're just going to change your attack rating and your damage rating, but they're not going to do anything about whether that's a minor or a major action.
That's extremely disappointing.
I'm very sorry. I didn't make these rules, I'm just enforcing them.
That's what they
That's how it
all
usually is. That's how it usually is.
Okay.
It's a very German sentence.
Yes.
I didn't want to say it, you had to say
It's
it.
very German of you.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I just draw the weapon, apparently.
You roll the
Although-
weapon. Do you want to do anything with your minor actions? You've got 2 minor actions. You could move, or
Scream at the guy.
yeah, you can do
Check
that.
3 seconds.
Check whether there's anything else, like anybody else that I can see to the left or the right, because
Okay.
we haven't really looked.
So you want to draw
Okay.
the weapon and sweep the room.
Yeah,
Okay. You do that and you realize that actually this room is empty apart from you, a few pieces of art, the desk and the person behind the desk.
I'm gonna make some art.
With his brains.
Where the art pieces are statues of kind of humanoid figures that are writhing in pain or dancing. You're no art critic, you don't know, but you think you could do something similar with the body of the person behind the desk. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're going to
Oh,
make
but I
art.
am an art critic.
You're an art critic.
I know German expressionist cinema, so what are the statues actually doing?
You do?
Yes, I do.
I didn't know that.
Knowledge,
about you.
German expressionist cinema. I'm not even making this up. I mean, I would make this up, but I'm not in this case.
You're not making it up in this case. I love that actually. The quick start.
That's really part of your character?
Yes, yes. It's part of my
German
character. Expressionist
Expressionist cinema.
cinema.
Okay.
That's a special kind of interest.
Yeah.
So okay, you're an art critic, but for cinema.
Okay. So statues are not my forte. I see. Okay.
No.
Well, fine.
What you can say is that these probably were very expensive.
Okay. I see.
Okay, so we're going to wait, and of course I need to do the initiative for mysterious guy behind the desk. Okay, so Zipfile goes next. What do you want to do, Eric?
Okay. So, can I take cover behind one of the statues, or are they too small for that?
No, there's one of 2 people who are either having intercourse or dancing with each other or trying to kill each other or all three at the same time, which is big enough for a dwarf to hide behind.
Very good. Then I want to spend probably 1 minor action to move and 1 minor action to take cover?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I still have a major one left, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so can I, and now that's where I'm not quite sure how to do this, but can I either duck into the matrix to see if there are any smart devices in that room, or just use augmented reality to do that? Is there an advantage to doing that in virtual reality?
Actually, the difference between you using augmented reality and virtual reality is what kind of attributes you use when you're actually using something in the matrix. Because many devices you use things like body, and you can switch that over to other attributes if you're using the matrix full virtual reality. But just for checking whether there are any active things nearby. You wouldn't need that. That's not going to.
Okay, then I want to do that. I want to check whether he has like 3 bazillion autoguns hidden somewhere.
Yeah, that could be important.
Yes.
Okay. You know what? Just go with perception.
Okay.
Perception and intuition, and you're just going to use your augmented reality view of the world for that.
Yep. That is 2 hits.
2 hits. You see that the desk is active and someone is trying to access files, and right now they're being denied access. So you can see that something's going wrong. But apart from that, you only see the usual stuff. There's, of course, a lot of Wi-Fi activity between the desk and the rest of the system in the building. And something feels wrong about this.
Does this guy look like he's dressed expensively? So does it look like he belongs here?
He's dressed expensively in a very nice charcoal suit. It's an elf meta-type person with a nice small jack in their temple. Male, I think I said that. Short hair. Handsome.
He's an elf. It's in the name. And does it cost an action to shout something at someone else?
No, you just... If you really want to talk to someone, that's an action. If you just want to shout a few words, go ahead.
Yeah, because then I want to shout at Rude. The guy's not supposed to be here.
Freeze!
What's Frostburn going to do?
I think this is not the time for magic, but I've got a derringer, and I'm drawing it.
And you're not afraid to use it. I've got a lady's pistol, but I'm not afraid to use it.
Yeah, we've got a tiny palm pistol. You're drawing
You could call that magic if you wanted to. Like, there's a name for your pistol, right?
I could
This
call
is
my
magic.
derringer magic.
Yes, you could.
This is time for magic.
Magic never fails.
Well,
Because I clean it regularly.